Hello dear learners, today in this video I am going to continue exercise 8.2 of your subject mathematics. So in exercise 8.2 your first question is given. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of sides AB, BC, CD and DA. AC is the diagonal. Show that SR is parallel to AC. 2 number, PQ is equal to SR. This PQ is equal to SR and PQRS is a parallelogram. These three things we have to prove prove from this figure. So let's start it. First of all, you will write what are given in the question. So write in quadrilateral A, B, C, D so here I have just written what are given in the question. In quadrilateral ABCD, P, Q, R and S are the midpoint of the sides A, B, BC, CD and DA, and AC is a diagonal. To prove, SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. PQ is equal to SR and PQRS is a parallelogram. We need to prove these things. So in proof section, here see, if we consider this triangle ADC, since we need to prove SR is parallel to AC, no? So we have to consider this triangle. In triangle ADC, S and R are the midpoints of this side AD and DC, and these two are the sides of this triangle. And theorem 8.9, in theorem 8.9 we got that the line segment joining by two midpoints of the line segment joining by the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. That means in triangle ADC, S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of DC. So this is the line segment joining the midpoints. So this will be parallel to AC. And one more thing is that when the line segment joining by midpoint of two sides is parallel to the third side, then that side is also equal to the half of the third side. That thing is also true. So from that theorem we can say that SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Very easy. So one number, right? In triangle ADC, S and R are the midpoints of sides AB and DC, AD and DC. So we can write, therefore SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Then when the line segment joining by the midpoint is parallel to the third side, then it is also equal to the half of the third side. So here you will write line segment joining by midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel. This symbol I have used the symbol parallel to the third side and half of it. That means half of the third side. So this is proof. Question number 1. So next we will go to question number 2. So give it equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Again, for question number 2, what we need to prove? PQ is equal to SR. This PQ is equal to SR. We need to prove it. So for that, we'll consider triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of BC. So in the same way, we can say that PQ is parallel to AC also, and PQ is equal to half of AC also. Yes or not? Yes. So we can write in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, P and Q are the midpoints of the sides AB and PC. Therefore what can we write? We can write PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC, no? So you will write same thing here, that line segment joining by the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and half of it. So now see, we need to prove PQ is equal to SR. So from this figure you see SR is also half of AC and PQ is also half of AC. So from equation 1 and 2, SR is equal to half of AC and SR is equal to half of AC. PQ is equal to half of AC. That means from equation 1 and 2, we are observing that right part of the equations are equal. So left part will be equal. From the Euclid's axiom, we can say it, yes or not? Things equal to the same things are equal. Yes or not? SR is equal to half of AC, PQ is equal to half of AC. That means these two things are equal to the same things. So these things will also be equal. So we can say from equation 2. Also one more thing, see, SR is parallel to AC and PQ is parallel to AC. So we can say SR is parallel to PQ also, because SR is also parallel to AC, PQ is also parallel to AC. That means both the sides are parallel to same side, so they are also parallel. So we can write from 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 we get, what do we get? SR is equal to PQ and SR is also parallel to PQ. No? SR is also parallel to PQ. Why I have written SR is parallel to PQ? So it is necessary because in third number question we need to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. So here you see, we got that PQ is equal to SR. We have just proved it. And also PQ is parallel to SR. So from the definition of parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Why one pair? Because when one pair of opposite side will be equal and parallel, then other pair will automatically equal and parallel. Otherwise one pair will not be parallel. So we can say that in 3 number question we will write like that. Three number question we will write in quadrilateral PQRS one pair of opposite sides which sides you can write in bracket PQ and RS, no? Opposite sides are equal and parallel. They became equal also, parallel also, no? Equal and parallel. When in a quadrilateral one pair of opposite side is equal and parallel, then that quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram. Therefore we can write PQRS is a parallelogram. No, PQRS is a parallelogram. That's it. Very easy sum. So let's see question number 3. Question number 3 is that ABCD is a rectangle and PQR and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that PQRS is a rhombus. That means we are given ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD. Suppose this is a rectangle. A, B, C, D is a rectangle and PQRS are the sides of. P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of CD and S is the midpoint of DA. We need to prove that this PQRS is a rhombus. We need to prove this one. PQRS is a rhombus. Very important sum. Let's see. So given ABCD is a rectangle and PQR and S are the midpoints of AB, BC and BC, CD and DA. To prove ABCD is a rhombus, we need to prove ABCD is a rhombus. So for that we have to know what is rhombus. Rhombus is a parallelogram. No, rhombus is a parallelogram in which all the sides are equal. Or you can say rhombus is a parallelogram in which one pair of adjacent sides are equal, not opposite side, adjacent. If these two adjacent sides, these are called adjacent side, when adjacent side become equal in a parallelogram, then all the sides become automatically equal. Why? Because in parallelogram opposite sides are equal, so PQ will be equal to SR. And when adjacent, one pair of adjacent side will be equal, that means when PS and PQ will be equal, then PQ is equal to SR, that means PS will be equal to SR, again PS is equal to RQ, then all the sides will become equal. So if we can show that one pair of adjacent sides are equal, then it is sufficient to prove that PQR is a rhombus. Before that we have to prove that PQR is a parallelogram. So first of all, our first thing to prove is that we have to prove PQRS is a parallelogram first, then we will prove that one pair of adjacent sides are equal. So for that we have to construct, so draw this thing, join ASC, or you can join BD also, construction. This time we have constructed AC ourselves, so we have to write construction. In the previous sum it was given in question. AC is joined. AC is joined. No? Now see proof. In proof section, you see, if we take triangle ADC, in triangle ADC, S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of CD. It is given in question. S and R are the midpoints of AD and DC. No? Therefore what can we write? We know that line segment joining by the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel and equal to the third side. So we can say that this one SR is parallel to AC. No? SR is parallel to AC. No? Similarly we can say that PQ is parallel to AC. Yes or not? PQ is parallel to AC similarly, because P and Q are the midpoints. No? Similarly PQ is parallel to AC, no? From 1 and 2, what can we write? If they are 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 we can write, from 1 and 2 we can write SR is parallel to PQ, no? SR is parallel to PQ, and here it is also equal, or sorry, right here, and SR is equal to half of AC and PQ is equal to half of AC, no? Give this one equation, give this two equation, no? So from 1 and 2 we can write SR is parallel to AC, PQ is parallel to AC. So SR and PQ are also parallel, and SR is equal to half of AC, PQ is equal to half of AC. So SR is equal to PQ, no? SR is equal to PQ. Yes or not? Yes. Now see, in quadrilateral PQRS, SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equal to PQ. As like previous sum, one pair of opposite sides are becoming parallel and equal. So PQR is a parallelogram. Yes or not? From these things we can prove that in quadrilateral, in PQRS, right? In PQRS, one pair of opposite sides, we can mention the sides in bracket. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram, no? Parallelogram. So our first thing is done. PQRS is a parallelogram. So if we can now show that in PQRS, since PQRS became a parallelogram, if one pair of adjacent sides we can show equal, then it will become a rhombus. So for that, to show two adjacent sides equal, we have to consider these two triangles, APS and BQP, no? Or APS BPQ, these two sides, no? In these two triangles, why we are considering these two triangles? Because in these two triangles, these two adjacent sides are present. You may take these two triangles also, APS and DRS, or this and this triangle, according to your wish. So let's see. In triangle, which two triangle we will consider? APS and BPQ, no? In triangle APS and BPQ, triangle BPQ, which parts are equal? We have to show. Now see, in triangle APS, AP, and in triangle BPQ, BP, these two sides are equal or not? Because P is the midpoint. So AP is equal to BP. You can write AP is equal to BP, no? Why? P is midpoint. P is midpoint, no? So similarly, and see, in triangle APS, this whole angle, and in triangle BPQ, this whole angle, no? These two angles are equal. Why? Because ABCD is a rectangle. It is said in question. So in rectangle, all the angles are 90 degree. So we can say that angle PAS and angle PBQ are equal. Angle PAS is equal to angle PBQ. Now see, in triangle APS, AS, and in triangle BPQ, BQ, they are also equal, because in rectangle AD and BC are equal, and S and Q are the midpoint. So AS is the half of AD and BQ is the half of BC. No? So we can write AS is equal to BQ. Or what is the reason? Because half of AD is equal to half of BC. No? Half of AD means we can write AS and half of BC means we can write BQ. No? So see, half of AD means this AS and half of BC means this BQ. No? So half of AD, half of BC means you may give the reason in bracket. So now see, according to side angle side criteria, this side and this angle are equal. So by side angle side criteria, you can say that these two triangles become congruent. Therefore you can write triangle APS is congruent to triangle BPQ by the criteria SAS. No? Therefore we can write when two triangles became congruent, their all the corresponding parts became equal. So now we can say that in triangle APS, PS is equal to PQ of triangle BPQ. No? Because their corresponding parts PS and PQ are equal. So again PS and PQ are present in the quadrilateral parallelogram PQRS. So PQRS is a parallelogram, it is proved, and PQ and PS, one adjacent sides are equal. No? So we can say that therefore PS is equal to PQ. PS is equal to PQ. Why? They are the corresponding parts of congruent triangle. No? So in conclusion we can write in parallelogram PQRS. Why parallelogram? Because we have proved it that PQRS is a parallelogram. Parallelogram PQRS, PQRS, one pair of adjacent sides are equal. When in a parallelogram one pair of adjacents are equal, then it becomes a rhombus. No? Therefore PQRS is a rhombus. So for today this much. We'll do the next sum in the next video. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channels. Thank you.